Great Biafrans, I'm here this evening once more. My name is Chidi Ogwekwe, a disciple of Mazen Nandekano. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back again. I was there last week. And I was there to talk about the Igbo race and how we survive as a race from this construction called Nigeria, from this evil put up British band people together to call Nigeria, and where we find ourselves, today, and how do we survive for this evil empire, the British Empire, one of the British Nigeria. If you know, Nigeria was one of the British empires. They call it Commonwealth. People are, wealth, Commonwealth. We are part of the British Commonwealth. And some of us are proud of it, being a member of the British Commonwealth. Those are slaves, if you ask me. The British slaves. But anyway, we are here. We have to survive. And our survival is in our hand. It's in our hand. When someone's culture, religion, language is lost, a race loses what define him or her, it's lost. The generations coming will be lost. And if we are not taking care, we are losing it. And our language is one that is going. If this present generation don't take care of it, nip it in the bud, stop it from dying, it will die. First, that's the language that defines us as Igbo people. When you go abroad, foreign countries, especially with Western world, you know the importance of language. A friend of mine, one of my friends, today, I remember the time he came to Boston. The first person he met, he came to Boston not knowing anybody. But fortunately for him, the first black person he could talk to, he looked at him, he said, "Oh, this might look like an African." He said, "Please, I just landed here, I don't know anybody. Are you from Africa?" The guy said, "Yeah, I'm from Africa." He said, "What part?" He said, "Nigeria." "What part?" He said, "Imo." "Why?" That's not Akedi. Igbo. They open up. Akedi be say she has Germany one year more about bataya ubeda the move when you are Okay. That's during winter time. It was very cold. The guy had to take him to his place. At least he took a bath, ate, felt like drank some beer or wine, whatever, food, ate, very well, slept in a warm house. And that's how he started life. That's what saved him. It happened to this one individual, and it happens to thousands in foreign countries. When you meet your own kind and you speak your own language, it helps. This guy doesn't forget this guy that helped him. Imagine he came in that winter time, snow was on the ground, no boot, no nothing. Nothing. It was this guy that helped him, gave him shelter, gave him food, clothing. The next, at least he relaxed. The guy started planning for him, giving him, direction, plan, what to do, how to get himself stable in this country. And now he had, he's a man with family, and he has made it. That's what language does. Ndị Igbo say, akpọ nwanne obi alọ. Only that name. Nna kele bis, your mind will just go. It's very important, our language. We're not gonna let it die. It's not gonna die. It's not gonna die. If it's left for one man fight, I will fight it to the end. I will fight it to the end. This is another thing they do even back home. In Igbo land, this happens in Igbo land. It's now, it's ongoing thing in Igbo land. Igbo. Hey, as if we're gonna clap for him. Igbo. Igbo. Good thing. That's an achievement. N'ala Igbo. Igbo. Some people, like I said last time, some people started changing their. My brother-in-law said, I was discussing with him one time. He said, I want to change my name. I said, what name? He said, my father's name is Habat. He said, and his first name was Uchenna. He said he's going to change his name from Uchenna to Uchenna. Now it will be Uchenna Habat. Man, I was so furious. I'm not blaming you. That's what's going on. If you watch social media, that's what you see. Even some of these criminals, when you guys, what's your name? He said Uchenna William. Amaka Bennett. Instead of Uchenna Oji. Uchenna Ogwekwe. Amade. Then their name is going. The surname is gone. They're gonna add maybe their father's first name was maybe in English. His father's baptismal name is now his or her surname. What a lost generation. What a lost race is this? Are we losing our senses? Are we losing our senses? If even the so-called politicians who are supposed to direct or redirect these folks, or redirect these unenlightened citizens. They are keeping quiet, don't know what they're supposed to do. Even it has crippled into politics. Like I said last time, they were saying, elect me and bring me to the Douglas house. Douglas has his state house in Imo State. I hate to repeat this, but that's ongoing. That's the foolish thing. I would say they are so blind. They don't know. Sometimes to teach the people, tell them what they don't know. You raising the name of a colonial administrator, calling the state house of Imo State Douglas House. Douglas, it has there's Douglas Road in nowhere. Now they're gonna name a state house. Not they already named the state house, with the Douglas House. I had it. I didn't even know this until I heard that stupid one that just left, the thief that just left, Okora Hausa. I heard him want to say Douglas House. I said, what? Douglas House. That's where there are road in Owerri. Though they measure, even Imo people are so stupid. There's Tetlo Road. Tetlo. Those are Wedra. Douglas. These are three major roads in Owerri. None is named after an Igbo man. It can be a politician, it can be a doctor, it can be a lawyer, or even ordinary person. But these are named after colonial administrators. While we have Igbos. What about Mbakwe that made that Imo State? Mbakwe, the father of Imo State. Why not Mbakwe? There's some Mbakwe. My son's name is, I named him after Mbakwe. His name is Mbakwe. After my name, Chidi. His middle name is Mbakwe. My other son's name is Azikiwe. They call him Zik. Ojuku. If I could have another son, that would be Ojuku. Odumegu Ojuku. Ojuku. We have Igbos. Akan Ebiam. Okpara. Jaja Nwachukwu. Mbazuike Amechi. I remember that name, Mbazuike Amechi. I love that man. He died, the man that went to Abuja to meet this butcher about releasing Nnamdi Kanu. To tell you how wicked this butcher they call Buhari is. A statesman of repute. Buhari couldn't even listen to him. That tells you how wicked this man is. How his hatred of Igbos has gone into his marrow. He left Mbazuike Amaechi empty-handed, and the man died not seeing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu released. After all the courts in Nigeria have acquitted him in all counts, this Igbo hater still holding Nnamdi Kanu. And I hear some people, thinking some Igbos like Igbokwe and the so-called Ijele, the armed robber. Helen, he's living, I might call it refugee camp in Abuja. I call it refugee camp because he can't get out. He can't come to Igbo land. He's bragging how he knows all the big shots in Nigeria. Yeah, they'll protect him to kill his people. He knows this person, he knows it. But let him walk around the streets of Igbo land. Enough the Igbo land, walk on the streets by himself without all those Janjaweed army or reformed Boko Haram army. Let him walk around Igbo and see who is who. And talk nonsense about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I had him talk about second Niger bridge. I see we're gonna clap. Oh, Buhari did work. Finally built a second Niger bridge. One thing. After how many 8 years in office, and Igbos will be jumping into frenzy because the second Niger bridge was built. What a bunch of morons. Second Niger bridge. After 8 years. How many projects did this annihilator, I'll call him, because if left he will annihilate all the Igbo race for the surface of the earth. How many projects did he build in Nigeria Republic? Another country. How many? And we are jumping second Niger bridge. A low bridge. Second Niger bridge. A low bridge. Go look what the modern bridge today is not low bridge. That's a busy area of the country. That bridge between Onitsha and Asaba. It's a very commercial, busy road. That one River Nile should be dredged so large ship could ply that water. Expand the bridge so the ship build the bridge so when ships are passing through, it can be raised just like they do. Modern time, nobody builds a flat bridge. And some morons are, or sabos are praising him for just building a bridge. Ogwe, just that maybe few cars. He purposely do that to strangulate the Southeast, or even calling Southeast, it's like put us in a cage. We are more than that. We have Igbos in Delta, River State, Ikwabo, Cross River, Igbos, balkanized Igbo race to make us look small. We are not small. We are not small. We have our brothers in other states, even Benue. There are more Igbos in Delta State than other races, than other tribes. There are more Igbos in River State than other tribes. There are Igbos in Cross River, Ikwabo. take those areas that are oil rich, put them in other states, and non-oil producing areas in Imo State. That's what happened in Abia State and Imo State. The APC government in power, they have done worse than what we went through during the Civil War. They have done worse. This Buhari, or Buchari, like I call him, and his gang, they have stolen more money and still stealing. Who is the Minister of Oil, Minister of Petroleum? Buhari. And how much is a gallon of gas in Nigeria, petrol in Nigeria today? A whole NNPC don't produce them a spoon of oil, but they spend billions just to service, say, NNPC. Oil is not refined in Nigeria. He said they built an oil refinery in the Niger Republic. After this man leaves office, this Buhari, we're going to sit down and analyze and take stock what this man has done, the damage he has done to us. But thanks to Chukwu Kiabema, we are the people that survived 20 pounds after the Civil War. And we'll keep on surviving. They had all the governments, all the government parastatals, Fulanis, Muslim. We don't have them now. But are they better off? No, they are not better off. We have that survival instinct in us. We survive every odd, and we are surviving. And we're going to survive it. The election is coming. It's coming. Mazen Nandekano has sent message out there for everyone, Igbos, non-Igbos to go out and vote. Students, nurses, artisans, everybody, pick up your PVC and vote. 25th February. Vote the best candidate. They are doing all their plan to disrupt this election and blame it on IPOB. But it's not going to work. Ijele and the toad of the creek, they are doing overtime. What's the name of that guy? The head of that terrorist group. That's came shaking hand with Shetima, and the Shetima, the man, the second in command to Tinubu. They are all working overtime to disrupt this election and say, oh, IPOB, ESN, did this and all that. I'm glad many Nigerians have known their tricks. It's not going to work. We are here for free and fair election. Let the best candidate win. Let the best candidate win. That's all we are asking for. Ijele can never come to Igbo land. Ijele and Joe Ibokwe, that Sabo, living in Lagos. Let him come to Newi. Let's see. Unless he has a whole battalion of army coming with him. I heard that's how he comes to Anyway, and he goes to our Ijele, the armed robber. Their time, their time is not bad. Nigeria, I hope Nigeria is not going to be the same after 25th of February 2023. Nigerians have wisen up. That many induced the mind Ijele crack, I saw his eyes, bulging up, red. He kept wiping and sweating. He took a lot of mmiri. Blasting Igbos, blaming Igbos who are not in control of anything in Nigeria. From 1966 down, Ironsi, he blamed Ironsi, he blamed Ojukwu, calling Ojukwu name, calling Ironsi name, even propping up hopeless was on the governor of Imo State. That thief, that 419, that tells you the kind of people this Ijele. Those are his bodies, and the Asare Dokubo. Those are his bodies. I don't blame him. His days are numbered. Their days are numbered. Let him enjoy whatever they gave him there in Abuja. In Abuja, they paid him on enjoying the blood of his own people. Taking pride that he sold his people for money. Abacha saw I go mile. After the race will come mile. The election is right there. 25th. Today is 5th. 20 more days. It's going to define how this country, whether you're going to have a country or we're not going to have a country. Another thing, is about, talking about is religion. Yeah, is though Igbos are indebted into this religion thing of Christian religion. Everything ends in Jesus' name. Yeah, I'm not, if you're going to be a Christian, be Christian, but when it's time for our forefathers, we should respect them. I see some people are giving, when they are giving kola nut to break in Igbo function, anything. Oh, there's a kola nut does not kola nut does not understand English. But at the end, they fumble. What kola nut does not understand English means this is the only time we have to call on our ancestors. Not after you blessing the kola nut, end it in Jesus' name. Why not call Chukwu and end it there, Chukwu? goziere anyị ọjị a ka anyị tata ahụike na ọ dị mma n'aha Chukwueke abịama ise 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 ise. The only time Kolanut does not understand English, but we end in breaking the Kolanut in calling a foreign deity. The only time we have for our forefathers. While others are returning theirs, we are castigating ours. Even American Congress here, they don't usually pray, but when they pray, they don't call Jesus. They know this is a pluralistic society made up of people from different tribes, different religion, different races. They call God. God covers everybody. God covers everybody. If you're a Christian, then after when you go home, you pray to, Jesus Christ. But if you're a Buddhist, when you go, you pray to the, Buddha, Shinto, wherever you are. Even the so-called Israel chiefs. This past Christmas, I've seen a lot of videos, functions, where Eze, after, ending in prayer, Eze, who is a custodian of our culture, who should be a custodian of our culture and tradition, we end prayer. In Jesus' name. No wonder they are there, our children are changing their names to anglicizing their name, throwing away their surnames for their father's baptismal name. No wonder, because these morons they call traditional rulers don't know anything, don't know their left from their right. They're not. Sometimes it doesn't need education. It's a level of understanding and of knowing the world. Awareness. That's what matters. You don't need to go read it in classroom or whatever. Having sense of awareness. That's what matters. It's a shame. You have to do better than this. So in ending, once again, I'm asking everybody, pick up your PVC. If you've not done it, go now, tomorrow, or as we leave now. Whatever you're watching, if it is in Nigeria, whatever, if you have access, if you can sponsor someone, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 or more, sponsor them. Make sure that 25th they get up from their bed to go vote. I'm doing it. If I'm doing it, so should you. We must vote. I want to go home. I want to go home. So let's vote for me and for you and for our children to have a better country than what we have now. N'aha Chukwu Okike abịama. Ise, ise, ise.